Okay, we're on Shabbat Parakah Bet, Mishnah Dalet, fourth Mishnah, the 22nd chapter of Shabbat. Some of you interesting halachot that are not so relevant, and then one that's very relevant to us nowadays. Says the Mishnah, Notnim tafshil letoch habor bishvil tiyeh shamor. They didn't have refrigeration, so if they needed a cool place to put a tafshil, they would have to put it in a cool place, so you're allowed to put it in the bore, in the well. Obviously, there's no water in the well. In order so that it should be preserved, and it won't go bad in the heat. Okay, what's the big deal? Of course, you can put it there. The Bartanura says, Kamash Malan, we teach lo chayshinan, we're not afraid. Dilma ate la'ashvuye gumot shebekarkari tabor. Maybe if the ground at the bottom of the well is not settled, is not straight, then you'll straighten the ground. We're not afraid you're going to do that. Probably we're not afraid you're going to do that because who wants to climb down into the bore? You lower it with you lower it, whatever. Okay. Let's say I have good water, drinkable water, and I have well water that's not drinkable, but I want to cool off. So just like they did in the beer commercials, they would put the 6-pack of the beer in the stream, in the beautiful mountain stream. So here I have cool well water, but it's mayim reim, it's not drinkable. I'm allowed to put my cool water, sealed obviously, in the disgusting well water, bishvil sheyitzanu, so that it'll cool off. That's obvious. So the Bartanura says the reason it says that is because of the seifa. Betatzonein b'chama, and I can put the cool water in the sun, or even the girsa of the rif is b'chamim, in warm water, whatever, meaning it's in a bottle, it's in an enclosed jug, bishvil sheyichamus, I can warm the water up. And the Bartanura says if I can put it in the sun, and I don't have to worry, Mauritema ligzor dilma atelat muni beremetz. Maybe I'll warm it up in hot coals or whatever. I'm not going to do that. So I can put it in the sun and I don't have a problem. Next halacha. I'm walking home on Shabbat and I have to walk through a stream, so my clothes are all wet. I can walk in the clothes. I don't have to worry. What do I have to worry about? I don't have to worry. People look at him and say his clothes are all wet. Maybe he was washing his clothes on Shabbat. No, I don't have to worry about that. Maybe they'll know that I walked in. Hopefully they'll assume that I walked in the stream. When I get to the outer courtyard where I live, I can leave them in the sun to dry. But I don't do it out in front. I have to do it in the back, says the Mishnah, because I don't want people, if they see me hanging out my clothes, they're going to think that I wash them. So therefore the Mishnah says, therefore I can put them in the backyard, but not in the front yard. The Bartanura comments, and this is halacha that's relevant to us. This Mishnah is rejected. We have halacha. If Chachamim forbade something because of marit ayin means that people will see me do something and suspect that I did something prohibited. So if something Chachamim said is asur mishum marit ayin, afilu b'chadrei chadarim asur, they didn't distinguish between in the public or in the private. Hilkach, therefore, asur l'shatchan afilu shelo keneged ha'am. You can't l'shatchan spread out your clothes even when people can't see. And there's a very relevant halakha. There's a similar halakha exactly this case. Let's say your clothes are wet. You came home. You're not allowed to put them on the clothesline to dry. You can hang them in the bathroom. That's what everybody does. But you couldn't hang your clothes or your coats in such a way that you would hang them in the same way as if you had washed them and now were drying them. For this very reason, because once something is asur to do, mishum marit ayin, it's even asur to do in your laundry room. Okay, again, just like in the last Mishnah, I'm learning this Mishnah tonight. I'm preparing this Mishnah on Erev Yom HaShoah. So we're going to dedicate this learning to the memory of the 6 million Jews. It should be Ilui Nishmatam, that their souls should be bound up in a bond of life. We'll stop here.